talk about this hearing out of Detroit. It's for the young lady who stabbed her manager to death in the McDonald's in Detroit. So happens that she had a hearing yesterday. With that being said, let's listen to it. And this is out of Fox 2 Detroit. Let's get into it. Dang, no sound. Hold on, let me fast forward through this.
From secular shores because we did not have a female officer working at the time.
Fast forward through this.
Left off with the
Here we
medical
go.
examiner's report was tendered to the court. My understanding is we have one more witness, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, you can call your witness.
People called
I'll
Lieutenant
be
Alex
right back.
Hollish, who was just here. While we're waiting on that, Judge, as far as I see, the only people that are in the gallery and are people from the media, our victim advocate in the courtroom, myself and Mr. Urban, the public defender's office, and some camera from the, and of course your staff.
Thank you.
Defense will attest to that as well, Your Honor.
Swear that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Put your hand down. State your name for the record.
Detective Lieutenant Alexander Hollish, Alexander Common, Hollish.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. Where do you work, sir?
Eastern Police Department.
How long you work there?
About 18 years now.
And what's your current rank and duties?
Currently, I'm a detective lieutenant. I'm in charge of investigative division for the department.
What were your duties on or about July 10th of 2025?
I was in the same capacity as a detective lieutenant.
And at some point in time, did you get contacted to conduct an interview with a suspect?
I was about, by then it was probably shortly after 8 a.m.
And at that point in time, what did you do?
I made contact with Ms. Muhammad, who was in a booking room.
And when you say Ms. Muhammad, do you see Fanny Muhammad in the courtroom today?
I do.
And could you identify her for us, please?
She's sitting to the left of me, far left, she's wearing a jumpsuit issued by Macomb County Jail. Her hair is different since, but it actually had red hair, but I do recognize the facial features.
Let the record reflect that Lieutenant Hollish has identified the defendant.
So noted for the record.
So where did your interactions take place with the defendant?
First, she was in the booking room, and she was wearing a hooded jacket. That I observed had blood on it, so I asked her to remove the jacket. And after that, I had to call a female officer from St. Clair Shores because we did not have a female officer working at the time.
Okay, I'm back.
Female officer from St. Clair Shores observed her take off the clothing that we took as evidence and gave her our jail clothing.
And after that, what happened?
After that, I spoke with her at our interview room.
Tell me a little bit about that interview room.
It's a small room. There's pretty much table, 3 chairs. Detective May, he's my partner, he joined me during the interview. It's equipped with a camera and microphone. There's a small filing cabinet, and that's it.
And before interacting with her as far as talking about things, was there anything that you did first?
I observed dried blood on her hands, and I asked her if I could collect it. Detective May read Ms. Muhammad her rights. As far as the right for us, she was waiting for search rights, because technically it's a search. She agreed, she signed the form. I used the distilled water and the cotton swabs to collect dry blood from each of her hands.
And as far as her rights that were given to her by Detective May, were you there at the time that that occurred?
I was.
May I approach you on?
You may.
Sure.
Yeah.
After a big drop in the stock market, is the tech bubble about to burst? And what does that mean for the Trump administration, affordability, and free markets? First, there's still time to win my personal Daily Wire lifetime membership. One winner will get all access for life. Every feature we have today, every feature we build tomorrow, locked in for your lifetime. All you have to do is download the free Daily Wire Plus app on iOS or Android and tap follow right under this space. That is your entry. Or if you don't want to leave it to chance, you can purchase one of our 10,000 lifetime memberships yourself. Fewer than 1,500 remain. When they're gone, they are gone. Forever. Go to dailywire.com/lifetime for all the details or to claim your spot in Daily Wire history right now. Alrighty, so yesterday the Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled about 800.
Nope.
Approaching with people's
Proposed exhibit, I believe, 6. That's constitutional rights, sir.
Yes.
First, she was giving the forum rights to search. Yes, we talked about, not this right.
correct, but those,
That's eventually, technically, did give constitutional rights to Anthony as well. But I'm talking about the collective block. It was a consent to search form.
I understand. And as far as the form here, when did this take place?
Right after I collected blood, the dry blood, what appeared to be dry blood, Detective May read Ms. Muhammad her constitutional rights directly from the form. She initialed next to each right. She signed the form. I see my signature on it, and I see Detective May's signature, recognize his signature on it as well.
Is it dated?
Yeah.
What's it?
7/10/25. At this point, it's 8:56 a.m.
Does that accurately reflect the document that, with the constitutional rights that she was given by you and Detective May, and which everyone signed?
That's right. It's a copy of it, actually, but yes.
Okay. And during this period of time, while she was being given her constitutional rights, are there things that you look to when you're giving rights to determine if someone is intoxicated?
Well, we asked how far she went to school. She said she graduated high school. She stated she could read and write. She indicated she was not intoxicated. She was not on any drugs or alcohol. I asked her how much she got sleep the night before. She said at least 8 hours. She did indicate that she slept in her vehicle because she was currently homeless. But she said she's been doing it for a while now, staying out of her car. So that was the conversation.
Any concerns that you wouldn't be able to have a proper interview with her?
She appeared lucid. I did not see any signs of intoxication or anything like that. So So I believe she was okay to talk to him.
Before we move to Exhibit 6, I just want to hand over things to Josh Jones in case he wants to void hear on voluntariness.
Fine. Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, then you can move to admit Exhibit 6.
Number 6 will be admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Tell me a little bit more, after the rights are signed, what's the next step for you in that interview with Detective Mann?
Usually we ask a question of what happened. I believe Detective May asked if she knew who Jennifer Harris was, and she stated she did.
Was this a recorded interview?
That's correct.
Have you reviewed it prior to today?
I did.
And does it accurately reflect the interview that you had with the defendant on July 10th of this year?
The video that I reviewed, it was attached to that as the yes, that's an interview. I assume that's what you're going to play, but for me to certify it, I would have to see it.
Okay. We're about to put up on the screen proposed Exhibit 7, Judge. Now, sir, do you recognize the still of this?
Yeah, it's an interview room. That's me in a blue shirt. Detective May is in a gray t-shirt with a baseball hat on. And Ms. Muhammad, she's wearing our jail uniform. And at the time I told you she had a different hair and it was red in color.
People move to admit Exhibit 7, Judge.
Next,
No objection.
be admitted by stipulation.
Thank you.
May publish to the court.
Yes, thank you. We're going to start at 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
Is the volume up on the TV? I'm not sure. One more.
I think all art should start from a place of I gotta get this out. I think when you start from like I wasn't writing like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You know, which can be creative, but those are you're doing this to
Yeah.
make money and have a franchise. And I wrote this because I had to. It was a cathartic thing that I had to get out, much like good on paper. And you start working on it, and so I did not. Everything you make, you hope to see come to fruition.
Yeah.
But I wrote it because I needed to get something out, and I had to tell this story at least just to myself. And then enough people read it and enough people believed in it that we were able to do it. Because there's plenty of stuff that you
Yeah.
write that people don't believe in.
Yeah.
And this one just happened to work.
Oh, that's
But I
great.
did it for me first, and it's also a nice place to retreat to.
Yeah.
When the industry is so awful, you're like, well, I'll go into my document where I'm the queen. I can kill anyone I want. I
Yeah.
can stuff my bra if I want. No one's gonna know. So yeah, it's just like retaining
That's
the littlest
great.
bit of power.
Yeah, that's great. It's breaking bread. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I know. I baked this for you this morning.
Good, because I can't.
I hate when it's dead air like this.
Nope.
Okay, the response that you have, these protect you, they also protect myself and protect ours. This is called the East Point Constitutional Rights Certificate of Notification. I am going to be within your rights 1 through 5, okay? And when I read these rights to you, I need you to verbally say, I'm going to ask you, you understand your rights. I don't want you to do this. Just say yes. You know, can't you know about your rights, so don't just say yes or no. Okay, don't have to work in this. I promise. Okay. All right. Okay. want you to make any statements. You understand? Okay. Number two, any statement I make or anything I say can or will be used against me in the court of law. Okay. Okay. Number three, I have a right to have an attorney, lawyer present before I answer any questions or make any statements. Okay. Number four, if I cannot afford an attorney, lawyer, one will be appointed for me by the court prior to any questions. Number five, I can decide at any time to exercise my rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Okay, so what I need you to do, I have you sign this and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just put your keys. So you have your high school diploma, right?
Yes, it was actually in my, over the inside of my head where it was this,
So you know how to read, write, spell, all that. Smart girl, aren't you? Smart. What's your values? What's your favorite class?
I like Italian, because I like driving where it's you know, a little Italian.
Little. Okay. We're gonna get down to business. How hard is it gonna be to live? Okay. Where do you work?
I work.
Okay, this here's the interrogation of offending Muhammad. I'm still here, y'all. I'm trying to multitask, y'all, but I'm still here.
Where did you sleep?
Need to put some weight on in here.
What do you do?
Right.
I grab food and then also I'm basically.
There we go.
Where are you working today?
I did,
What time you start?
at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
I got in at 4:02 a.m.
Who is your manager there, or who is in charge of you?
Today was Jennifer,
Jennifer Harris?
yes.
Okay, do you have any sort of issues with Jennifer Harris?
I had an issue with how I had to knock out 3 times in a row just because she was going in with no reason to be out there, like, and she talked me out down the door. So I was working for 3.
Was this today, or was this prior?
Today.
Okay, so has any time prior to this day today, did she make you clock out or nothing? How many times?
It happened this is the very time this week.
Third time this week? And can you tell me why you think she's doing that?
I think she was doing that because I had spoke up to her and I felt that, trying to figure out what the name of the time was last week. It was, I short. got tired about she kept on like, acting like crazy for it, like, she was like, and they were there also, he was crazy, they were there.
So let me ask you this, can you tell me what kind of racist comments that she's making towards you or anybody? Give me an example.
Yeah, like, so sometimes when they look at their phones or something, and like, it was one time, the guy was on his shoulder, I'm not going with like a Caucasian Russia, I'm on fire. And she's like, that's KYD, and then she like that, you know, and then every
So
time.
saying like these, so B meaning bitch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Has she ever used any derogatory remarks towards you that will go? Give me an example of what she was
She
like.
said she was love one time to me, she said she wanted her got her children, but that just one made me feel like I got like scared of her, and, but she's a really kind person.
Did she say anything racist to you today?
She said that the only thing she said to me, but you find out now. And then I was like, I'm working my shit today. Like, you know, I didn't do anything wrong.
Did you leave after she told you that?
No, I stayed, I worked my shit, but I stayed, and I just kept working. I'm back in over there to the meeting, so I just became after my house. And then I just stopped and looked at the house, because I actually walked out. I didn't know she called me on a stick, and I didn't know I was still working. And then when I said, I didn't know you talked about, you didn't even tell me that I'm stuck talking to you, I didn't know you.
So what did you do after that? Did you leave?
Yeah, I left. I said, this is wrong. I said, you keep hurting me, this is wrong.
Where did you go?
I went to the shop and then I drove up and went to the skate park and skated a little bit.
Okay, so
It was soccer and I left and like,
so how long were you local previous?
Hi, I'm Charles Hosman,
Come on.
Chief Executive Officer of Input Output, and I'm here today to talk about the fourth generation of crypto.
I worked with wow. Yeah, and then after that, that's when I started listening to my music and I just started prayer. And I started thinking about like how she, everything that she was doing that was so wrong.
Did that piss you off? Okay, so at some point you returned to the McDonald's building. Okay. What do you have? How did you live here?
I had an idea and I walked with her and that's it.
How many times? Do you remember? Where'd you set her up?
Right here.
Did you want to kill her?
I can't hear the response.
So,
Play that back, please.
how many knives did you have? Did you want to kill her? That's what you felt. How many knives did you have on you? Can you describe the knife that you stabbed her with? Well, explain what a fresh knife.
The sharp knife like
Is it long? Okay. Did you walk up behind her? Did you guys argue? Did you just walk up to her? Show me how you did it. You walked up to her and you just started doing what? Show me. How you did it. You can say no, it's okay. So I'm Jonathan, so
okay, so I set it up and I didn't sure.
what else?
I had it up about the shirt.
Sure. Is that the one you had on? And then so I'm Jennifer, and you had a knife in your hand, I need you to show me how you did that. Where did you work with this from? There's okay.
Like this.
Did you start with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it where on my body. So that's okay. Don't worry. It's okay.
she turned around and she called me.
Did you stab her or something? Or just stab?
I don't know, I might have.
So, you mentioned somebody, you heard a gunshot.
When I started to say, hey, ow, and then I ended up, actually got that shot, and so I ended up, and I ended up, like, I hit behind my prayer that, and I ended up with the side door, and then I back and out, come around the building, and then I mean, to turn around, and then I was like, she took me, she's like, turn around, and then turn around.
So the blood on your hand, it was.
She thinks that's exactly what it is.
You think it's a blood?
Yeah, I believe it was, because I didn't get a shot.
Alright. Where did you get the knife? Was it?
I didn't grab the moment, I had another cake outside right here, but I'm here in the party.
When did you got it?
I really just went up on the cake yesterday.
Oh. And you brought it out of the moment?
I'm wearing
Has this lady, has she been bullying you for a while, or is this was just a one or two?
she's been bullying me for a while.
Does she do that sort of bullying?
She has been bullying, there was one of the girls she was not messing with, because now I guess I turned out to be what she wanted to do, but she has been bullying for a very long time. She played her little games to music, and it's been there, she don't like actual classical music, she's struggling for me. It's coming out like her, and she's like, she goes saying, like, I know you know the first
I'm gonna get some more light in here.
and then she was dating for like other coworkers, and then the day for yesterday, she was talking about me to like the other coworkers. She was like, I'm pissing me off because sometimes customers hold me up at the window and it like take a long time and they hold the time up and they start like yelling at me. But it's like sometimes I can't rush the customer, like they would their money.
Well, just so that I can get like an idea about where your headspace was, when you were stabbing her, well, how did that make you feel?
I can be honest.
Yes.
It's not wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I felt that it's supposed to because it's always, I feel like she had like people under oppression, she wasn't very free, she was going to get her. So that's how I felt when I was doing it. And I told her to do, if that's what I'm supposed to do, and that's what I'm, and if somebody want to take me down, then I got it out, and I got to fight it.
Do you feel remorsefully?
Like you said, like,
Do you feel bad about it, remorseful that you did it, or you feel
I don't know,
that you did it?
I feel better.
So better?
Yeah, but I'm not a cold person, that's why I sound crazy, that's kind of, I'm here on.
So you feel like the way the
Like,
world
that's like she was drugs to people. And she kept calling her when she had,
have you ever seen it down there? How did she pull it out, pointed at anybody, or say, hey, come here and check out one of these? It's just what we thought in your head at the time. Like, it's the way that she talks. Like, she's gangster. You know what I'm saying? Not blood on this and blood mean game, right? What color the hair was? Do you know where that was? So you left the United States? Did you, after the shot was fired, or did you decide, bring it there? Did you?
no, I had a dog when I heard it, and then get the rat, and then I could kind of fall on the floor, and I ran out to the other side of the door, and I did one time I ran to the shop. And that's when the guy walked out with a big white, and he was shirt on, like a neon shirt.
What kind of truck do you have?
It's a $1,500 Colorado, 2021.
So, truck?
But it's when he's not Wayne Fisher, like we shared stuff, when we're trying to 60, we just turned 61. Because basically we were living together.
Is that on the road?
So, yeah, we just gotta go together because, we like a lot of things to take care of. So, we thought, we don't always work in a real problem, but he's my big partner, and just, my, that's what it is.
not alone here.
We stopped just now at 1908. And Detective T, to the best of your ability, that was that encapsulated the defendant's explanation of what had happened that morning.
That's correct.
After the interview, what happened right after that?
I let her make a phone call to let her family know where she was and let her inside.
One moment. Can we approach sidebar just briefly?
She got to go this way.
Thanks, sir. Just 1 second. I have no further questions. I was going to say.
Cross-examination.
Just one moment, Judge. No, I have no further questions. I have no questions, Judge.
Very good, you may be excused. Any further witnesses on behalf of the people?
No, Judge.
Any witnesses on behalf of the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Good, do you want to take a few minutes for argument, or are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, argument please.
Thanks, Judge. Judge, today you've heard from 6 witnesses, but effectively 7 because of the interrogation. So you heard from Devontae Pace, Officer McLaughlin, Luke Moreno, Deborah McMillan, Lieutenant Hollish, and of course the interrogation brings in the statements of the defendant and her explanation of the things that
Shauna
went on.
Turnage?
Sorry, Shauna Turnage, then Lieutenant Hollish is 6, and then the defendant's statements through the interrogation that is her explanation of what happened and why she murdered Jennifer Harris. One of the interesting things is that we all understand now through what the witness testimony was from Ms. McMillan is that the defendant was irate that when she came to work, Jennifer Harris confronted her about not working and clocked her out. The defendant sat there for about an hour intermittently working, and then discovering that she had indeed been clocked out, and then was told by Ms. Harris to leave. She did. She left. She went to the skate park. She told Lieutenant Hollish that while she was there, she skated. I believe she said she prayed. And she thought about everything that happened and then everything that Jennifer Harris was doing wrong. And despite having that time to contemplate on everything, she went back in about an hour's time. And when she went back, she had a mask. She brought a knife that she said she bought from Walmart. And she walked through the back entrance where Mr. Moreno said that he looked over and saw the defendant walking up, masked. And she said very calmly, and he said she walked calmly, "Don't worry, I work." She proceeds to walk through, and as Miss Harris is working, prepping the food, she sets upon her and begins to stab her. There was no argument. There was no talking. And as we saw from that video, the defendant stabbed Jennifer Harris around 13 times, all over her body, but specifically in vital areas. She stabbed her in the neck, the chest, the scalp, and there are 23 individual sharp wounds that the medical examiner's office identified, some of which being 4 inches deep through her neck. All of those were aimed at areas where even one strike could kill a person. And when she was interviewed, she admitted that when she went in there to confront her, to kill her, that she intended to kill Jennifer Harris. And when she did this, it wasn't in a manic state. It wasn't some emotional outburst. She came in calmly to do all these things. She was prepared. So as far as what you've heard and what I've got to prove today with count 1 and count 2 is with premeditated murder, the law says that premeditation and deliberation may be inferred from the circumstances surrounding the killing. And there is 2 cases, Tilly 405, Mish 38 at 44, a 1979 case, and Jolly 442, Mish 458 at 466, and that's a 1993 case. So the premeditation and deliberation.
Sorry, 442, Mish.
458 at 466. That's a 1993 case.
Well, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history is finally over, and many of you are asking.
As far as what we had without her, any of her statements, we still have her leaving, going to another location, and then coming back prepared. She has a mask. She's got a hidden knife. And she enters through a back entrance. And then immediately, when she is near Jennifer Harris, she begins to stab her. The reason that you know that she intended to commit murder and kill her that day is when you're watching the video, there's a time when Jennifer Harris collapses and she's on the ground, and the defendant doesn't stop. She's prepared to stab her while she's on the ground. And the only thing that stopped her is, thankfully, Devontae Pace pulled out his .45 and shot at her. And on the video, the minute that shot gets off, and you can see the gun through the window, she throws the knife and tears through the exit. So it's clear that even though Jennifer Harris had collapsed on her back, bleeding, that the defendant intended to finish the job on the ground. But now we know from her own statement that that's what she always intended to do, and that she's prepared to do it. So as far as her state of mind and what her motive is, even though I don't have to prove motive, we know what those things are. And we know why she did what she did and that she intended to do it. As far as count 2, dangerous weapon, carrying with unlawful intent, we heard from Ms. McMillan that the knife that she saw the defendant using was somewhere between 5 and 7 inches in length. Additionally, we know that she brought that knife there with the specific intent to stab and kill Jennifer Harris, because that's what she told police. And she explained using Detective May as a prop, is that where she was stabbing was intentionally in the neck area and the upper chest. So based on everything you've seen today and what you've heard and the defendant's own explanation, I just ask that you bind over counts 1 and counts 2.
Thank you. Mr. Jones?
Judge, obviously the people are objecting to bind over. Why? I guess I want to.
Lord
The
have
defense is
mercy.
objecting to bind over.
What did I say?
You said people are
Oh,
objecting
yeah.
to bind over.
Offenses, I'm sorry. And where I was going really, Your Honor, is where the insinuation of, in her statements, of, and how the people are identifying this insinuation that she bought the knife for this. And I hope it's clear to the court that based on her own statement, which the court, I believe, is relying on, the people are relying on her own statement in part to satisfy the bind over, that she indicated that she bought it previously for something different. Now, I'm not saying that there can be an insinuation from that, but I don't want the court, nor do I want the facts to be insinuated that it was bought for this purpose, for this incident. Because I don't think that, one, the facts reveal that at all. I mean, in her own statements, she doesn't make that as a fact of itself. And so I just want to clarify that, and I know that the people have introduced the interview, so if the court, again, if there's a hang-up, the court can listen to that and make that determination. But again, I'm just going off of her explanation of why she had what she had at the time. Beyond that, I think it's clear as well from the testimony from the other witnesses that what we're talking about is it's a hooded mask. And again, I'm just identifying some, I don't want to say, clarifying some things on what we heard in facts, because it was very clear that it was some sort of zip-up hood that went over the face. It's not a separate mask that was, bought for this purpose. It was entire, meaning, someone owning a hoodie and then that zips it up. I don't think it changes the fact that it zips up into a mask, but again, I think that those are facts that at least need to be clarified when we're talking about the bind over, specifically because we're talking about the difference between, at least for today's purposes, first and second degree. And there's that identification of premeditation or preparation to get you to first degree. That's the reason I wanted to clarify those two facts, Your Honor. Otherwise, generally speaking, for count 1, I would indicate that when I say generally, that they generally have not met their burden on their elements, Your Honor, to show that there is a difference between first and second. In regards to count 2, as I'm sitting here listening to Mr. Fowler wrap up his request for a bind over, I know we've had a discussion that there was a knife used. There's been discussion that there was the potential of this knife that was identified at the scene, but there was not really any specifics. And I think that Ms. when Ms. McMillan was identifying the knife that she saw, she wasn't referencing the difference between the length of the actual knife and the blade. And I say, legally speaking, there is a difference between that. And I don't know if the people have really necessarily shown that even at a probable cause level. And the reason I say that, Your Honor, is because the length, the blade length, must be over 3 inches. And the only thing we necessarily had from Ms. McMillan is that it may be between 5 and 6, and she's just referencing the size of the knife. Again, we don't have anything specific to the blade, which is really what the requirement is for count 2. We have no officer that identified that they collected it. We have an officer that says, well, they should have collected it, or they did collect it, but he couldn't testify beyond that. He didn't testify who collected it, whether or not they had the knife, or even presented a photo of this being the knife in some sort of reference to what length we're dealing with. And so with count 2, I think that they're lacking on that. I think we have some testimony there, but we don't have the specifics that we need, even at a probable cause standard, to identify that for that particular count. So in regards to my objection, Your Honor, I needed to what I've already said about count 1, and then with count 2 specifically, I think they lacked on that proof. So I would ask for a dismissal on both, but more technically, or more specifically on count 2.
Thank you.
May I, Judge? I guess maybe I didn't enunciate whenever I was speaking. As I said, she brought the knife. I didn't say she bought the knife. I know that she said she bought the knife at Walmart because she had bought a cake at the same time, or she planned to bake a cake. So I said brought, I didn't say bought. I know that, or I never wanted to have anybody believe that I thought she bought that specifically for killing Miss Harris.
I appreciate that.
Additionally, as far as the testimony that we did have for the knife itself and the length of the knife, we have a witness saying that she saw the knife.
I'm still here, y'all. I'm just eating.
In excess of 5 inches. As well, if you just look at the video, you can see the knife is a large butcher knife, not some small knife that would be below 3 inches long. And so I'm relying on the video itself and the testimony of the witness that we had on the scene.
In your honor, I have a flash drive for you. If the court would like to review any of these, I can provide it to your court officer to provide it to you for your review.
Thank you. The court's going to take a recess to review my notes, and I will be back in due course, and it's my ruling.
Just so we have the time, Judge, like 15, 30 minutes.
Mr. Jones, I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through my notes and my thoughts and the video, but as soon as I'm done, I'll go back out. Do you have anything else? Court is in recess.
Okay, they in recess.
Smashy, breaky.
Thanks, Cole.
Oh, I think that's it. That's it. I see the lawyers out. I don't see the judge. No, I think that's it. There was the hearing for the McDonald's murder suspect out of Detroit. Like, share, subscribe. See you later. Peace.